What's up, guys? Josh Reed, Tier 1 Lifestyle. It is Monday, so you know exactly what that means. That means we're dropping this video here, as we do every Monday and Friday on our YouTube channel. And so that being said, let's just get kind of right into it. And I'm really going to cover some things that I think we really don't do enough of. And one of that is I was with some friends this weekend. And I started talking to Josh Vanderdest, who's a good friend of mine, and we started talking about, of course, success and what the definition is in our minds. And it's really interesting when you surround yourself with people with kind of the same ideology. That conversation tends to come up more often than not. And as we're talking about it, he said, one of the things I believe that helps determine success is the fact that at the end of the day, you review what you did that day. And as we sit here and think about it, we understand, well, that's a really easy concept. But the question is, how many of you guys actually do it? How many of you guys actually, at the end of your day, review from the very beginning of the time you woke up, the rest of the day, and really said, okay, well, this is kind of where I could have done something better, or you realize that you missed something and then you have to prepare and schedule for the next time or the next day, whatever the situation may be. How many of you guys actually do that? And as I thought about it, I kind of did it unconsciously. It's just something I've always done, but I never really thought about it and never got brought out into conversation until I had a conversation with one of my friends. And I think it's important that we do that. I think it's important that we take some time at the end of our day to sit back and review it. Because if you think about it, if you can sit back at the end of the day and review it, at that time that you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, if you're handling a customer or going through your finances or planning for the next day, you're kind of in the zone at that time, and it is possible that you could miss something. So when you sit back and you review kind of step by step what you did that day, it gets it refreshed in your mind and with a different outlook. It's an awesome thing to do. Because at that point in time, that's what you're focused on, and you're going to go through the steps and the motions to do what you need to do. So by taking the time at the end of the day to review it, it gives you kind of more of an outside perspective, because now you're comparing it with the rest of your day. And I know that that may seem like a little like, well, but it's true. It's a real thing. Like, so many times we go through our day, and at the end of the day, we're just done. We don't want to do anymore. We're tired, our motivation's gone, and you're right, you might have all the stuff that you need to have done. But if you go back and review it, I mean, think about it. It's not going to take you really any time to do it. Yeah, it may take you a half hour. It might take you an hour. It might just take you the drive home after you're done from your last meeting or your last job or, whatever it is. But if you just take the time to do it, it gives you fresh perspective on how your day went. And I'm not saying focus on the bad stuff or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you faltered somewhere throughout the day and you take the time to review it, you're going to catch a lot more, right? I mean, that's how it should work. You're going to be able to say, oh, well, maybe I should have done it this way. And you're saying, well, then you start questioning yourself, and then you waste time doing it. Well, if you're questioning why you did it, wouldn't it be just a good idea to go back over it the next day you get in there to make sure that it was done right the first time? I think the answer is easy. I think it's a definite yes. Or how about when you're putting together a proposal, or you're putting together a project or blueprints or anything like that, and you go back and you retrace the steps of how you did it and why you did it. If anything, not only as a refresher, but as almost like this fortitude of understanding of why you did it. I mean, this is a great thing that I think a lot of people don't do. I know that if you were to have asked me 5 years ago if I did it, I'd have been like, well, why? I did it right the entire day. And if I would have taken this time, just the 30 minutes or the drive home, to step back and review my day and understand that these are the reasons why I did it, or know that I could have done something different, now I have to change it. Or how about you review it and realize you forgot to do something, so in turn you have to prepare to get it done. right? It's just a review of you going over what you want to do day in and day out. And I think it will give you a better perspective on not only your life, but what you're doing with it. You know, I talk about the difference between being productive and being busy, right? You can always be busy, and I actually did a video about it. You can be busy and not be productive. So the 30 minutes or the hour that you take time to review it, it can make you more efficient down the road when you come across a similar situation, right? I mean, that's the whole point of this. The whole point of this is we want to achieve success, and we want to be able to live the life that we want. And if we're not willing to review it, are we really doing everything we can to make it happen? So that's kind of my tidbit for tonight, guys. Thanks, Josh, for the awesome conversation. I know we will have many more to come. And kind of that being said, you know, if you like the content, make sure you share it, make sure you like it, make sure you comment, because you know what? There's some people out there that might really need it, and you could be their gateway. So thank you again. And of course, as always, like I say, stay motivated, guys.